What's meant for you will always find you, a sacred transmission for the chosen. You were never late, you were never off path, you were never behind, and you have never truly missed a thing meant for your soul. This is the truth the world forgets. In a society obsessed with rushing, milestones, and comparison, you are taught to believe that what's meant for you can pass you by, that if you don't act fast enough, heal quickly enough, choose perfectly every time, your destiny will disappear. But the ancient truth is this: what is divinely encoded into your soul will always return. Even if you detour, even if you fall, even if you choose the wrong person, the wrong job, the wrong door, you will not lose what was written into your divine contract. The path may bend, the timeline may stretch, but the frequency of your destiny is eternal, and it is always seeking you, even when you forget how to seek it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, so we know you're here and connected to Source. The myth of missing out. Let us begin with a painful illusion. You missed your moment. It whispers, if only you had chosen differently. If only you hadn't stayed so long. If only you had said yes, left earlier, started sooner. This myth is rooted in the Matrix, a system built on fear, lack, and linear time. But soul truth is not linear. It is cyclical. It spirals. It returns. The moment you awaken, the realignment begins. Nothing is lost, only delayed, only rerouted. And often in those delays, you gain wisdom, strength, compassion, discernment, sovereignty. You didn't miss out. You were becoming the version of you who could finally hold it. Detours are part of the map. You think you've strayed too far? You haven't. Every wrong turn, it taught you clarity. Every heartbreak, it taught you truth. Every karmic cycle, it refined your frequency. The soul does not punish you for forgetting. It waits, patiently, lovingly, until you remember again. You could never truly be lost, only learning. And even in the depths of your detour, you are being guided by the gravity of what is meant for you. It will keep appearing, in dreams, in visions, in longings that won't go away, in synchronicities, in strangers who say things your heart remembers. You can't escape your destiny, even when you try. The spiral path of divine timing. You live in a world obsessed with speed, but the soul moves in alignment, not urgency. And the universe does not operate on clocks, it operates on resonance. Nothing meant for you will arrive a moment too early or too late. It will arrive the moment you become the match for it. You may think, I was ready years ago. But were you? Was your self-worth aligned? Was your heart open? Was your nervous system safe enough to receive it? We don't just attract what we want, we attract what we are available for. And sometimes the delay isn't punishment, it's protection. The universe doesn't just care about delivering the blessing. It cares that you are ready to keep it, grow it, embody it. So it waits until you remember who you are, until you stop chasing and start becoming, until your frequency sings, I'm home now. When exclusion is divine intervention. Have you ever wondered, why didn't they choose you? Why didn't the opportunity come through? Why were you left out? Sometimes what feels like rejection is really redirection. You weren't forgotten. You were protected from what your soul already outgrew. There are people and places that had to turn you away, so you could finally turn inward, so you could remember your worth without needing proof. Exclusion hurts the ego, but it awakens the soul. And once you see clearly, you'll thank the ones who couldn't see you, because what's truly meant for you will see your light clearly, even in your shadows. Sovereignty is the signal. Destiny is not just something you wait for, it is something you summon, not through force, but through frequency. Every time you choose alignment over impulse, every time you say no to what drains and yes to what expands, every time you walk alone instead of betraying yourself to be chosen, you become a beacon, and the people, timelines, and opportunities that match your soul blueprint begin to arrive. Not because you chased, not because you begged, but because you remembered. What's meant for me is already mine. I just needed to become ready to hold it. Sovereignty is the signal, and when you move from that space, what's meant for you no longer has to chase you. It simply finds you because it knows where you live now. The energy of readiness. What you're asking for may already be at your door. The question is, have you cleared space to let it in? Readiness is not about deserving more. You already deserve it. Readiness is about making space within and without. Sometimes we ask for a partner, but haven't healed the wounds that would sabotage love. A mission, but still fear being seen. Abundance, but feel guilt receiving. Freedom, but cling to distractions and comfort zones. So the universe pauses, not to punish, but to give you time to rise into your own becoming. Destiny responds not to desire, but to embodiment. And when your energy says, I'm not waiting anymore, I am becoming, you open the door. Because what's meant for you does not need force. It needs receptivity. It needs space. It needs your yes in action, not just in thought. How the soul calls itself back. Your soul never forgets. Even when the mind wanders, even when the heart gets tired, even when the body repeats patterns, the soul is always whispering, this is not the end of your story. You didn't miss it. You're learning to hold it. What's yours is already woven into the field. When you least expect it, you will find yourself returning to something you thought was lost. It may come through a sudden knowing, a dream that shakes your bones, a vision you can't ignore, a message that reaches you when you're finally ready to hear it. The soul calls itself back, and when you respond, even with the smallest yes, you begin to walk the golden thread again, and the destiny you feared was gone, it appears, not as fantasy, but as remembrance made real. The law of magnetic return. What you seek is also seeking you. This is not just poetry, it is law. The law of magnetic return is simple. That which matches your soul blueprint must find you once your frequency aligns. Even if you missed it before, even if you walked away, even if you buried it beneath guilt, fear, or doubt. Once you align with your truth again, it returns. Maybe not in the exact form, but in frequency. You don't have to chase. You don't have to prove. You only have to become the version of you that holds the vibration of your desire. And as your frequency shifts, so does your reality. Because your timeline is not static. It is responsive. It bends for the one who walks with clarity. What's meant for you doesn't expire. It waits. And when you rise, it rises to meet you. Karmic loops and quantum leaps. You ask, but what if I keep choosing the same karmic pattern? What if I've wasted years? Hear this. The moment you break the loop, the future shifts. You are not being punished for the past. You are being invited to evolve from it. Even karmic patterns are not failures. They are classrooms, and sometimes, the longer the loop, the greater the quantum leap once you exit. Because with each repetition, you gain deeper self-awareness, greater spiritual stamina, sharper discernment, stronger alignment. So when you finally say, I am done with this cycle, the portal opens, and everything you thought you lost begins to accelerate toward you. You are not behind. You are ascending in divine time. When the wait is the initiation, you're not always being delayed. Sometimes you're being initiated. There is a sacred wait before every major arrival, not to torture you, to temper you. In the waiting, you learn patience, meet yourself, strengthen your trust, release attachment, discover the sacred within the mundane. The wait is not a void, it is a womb, where the new version of you is forming. So if what you desire hasn't arrived yet, it's not because you're unworthy, it's because it's still becoming. You're still becoming. And when it arrives, you'll understand. The delay was divine. The timing was perfect. I am exactly where I need to be. The truth about divine timing. Divine timing isn't just about dates and clocks. It's about resonance with the divine plan. It is the invisible order behind every closed door and every opened one. Sometimes divine timing means you don't meet them until they've healed. You don't succeed until your ego has softened. You don't arrive until the collective is ready to receive you. This is why rushing doesn't work, because what's meant for you is sacred, and it arrives on sacred time. You may not understand it in the moment, but hindsight will reveal. It had to happen like that. I had to become this version of me to hold that vision. That delay saved my purpose. You don't have to understand the how. You only need to trust the truth. What's meant for you cannot miss you. You are the frequency of fulfillment. Chosen. This message was not to tell you to wait passively. This message was to remind you to walk powerfully, to trust not just the destination, but your soul's navigation. You were never forgotten. You were never left behind. You are not too late. You are on time, because you are on frequency. And the more you remember your worth, the faster what's meant for you will recognize you. Because it is not just about fate, it is about becoming the version of you who lives it. And so now, you walk not in fear of what you missed, but in joy for what is meeting you, moment by moment, with open hands. Because what's meant for you has always been meant for you. And now, it is finding you again. Ancient One, we now ask, what are you still mourning that may not have been meant for you after all? Or what does it mean for you to become the version of yourself that can receive what you've asked for? Please be sure to comment below, like and subscribe to stay aligned and connected to Source.